Yes, good morning.
Sir, good morning.
How many presented? Only you. Okay. ఎట్లున్నారండి మీరు
సార్ ఇక్కడే ఉన్నా సార్.
ఊర్లోనే కాలేజీలో
ఊర్లో అరవైలో మ్యారేజ్ ఉన్నా. ఇంకా ఎవరు జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు సార్.
Students, in the last class, we started the third module,
సార్ 1 minute సార్.
differential amplifier.
సార్ హలో సార్.
Yeah, please.
ఇంకెవరు జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు సార్. కోహోస్ట్ పర్మిషన్ ఇస్తారా నాకు? మరి ఎట్లా?
No.
వేరే వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా జాయిన్ అవుతారేమో సార్ మరి.
Okay. I will do it. Yes, sir. ఏంటండి రీజాయిన్ అవ్వండి, డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ నాకు రావట్లేదు నాకు. Okay, so now we know the syllabus, what we want to study, especially in the differential amplifier. So definitely, as I told you, the importance of the differential amplifiers in the op-amp design, we need to discuss all these subtopics. Okay, so first of all, first and foremost, we should understand what is the benefits of differential mode compared to the single-ended operation. So as we know, the differential mode is nothing like is not a big one. Hello. Hello. Stop. Please disconnect. Okay. In the differential mode of operation, instead of taking one end of the output, we'll take the two ends. The output is collected from the two ends. Definitely everywhere the common is ground. The fixed potential terminal is the ground terminal. In the single-ended, output terminal is there. We always collect the output with respect to the ground. Whereas in the differential mode, we have two nodes. From the two nodes, we will collect the output. Okay, each node is with respect to the ground. Yes, please. Okay. Yeah, what is the differential amplifier? Actually, in the last class, I told you. So, there are many benefits. First one is voltage change. Second one is noise reduction. The noise is the major problem. Okay, in the analog design, there is a lot of sources to add the noise to the signal. Okay, so the noise may be at the input side or at the output side. Of course, we are neglecting the noise due to the components also. In the user level, you studied the noise due to the number of components. There are a number of sources for the generation of the noise. Input signal noise, output signal noise, apart from the component noise. So generally noise means we don't think it is a different thing. Noise means at that point of time what we don't want. Clearly, very simple. It may be important, it may be very useful for the next time, for the next level. But at that point of time I don't want. That is called the noise. Okay. So anyhow, you can recollect your knowledge once again. You can say about the noise. Okay, so noise is a one big topic. We cannot start here and we cannot complete here in the one class. So definitely it will take a lot of time, but don't worry, it will come. It will be as we progressing the classes. Definitely wherever it is required, I will explain. Okay, single-ended differential operations. So this is a single-ended operation. So output you are correcting with respect to the one node with respect to the ground. Okay, so in the differential mode, you can have a like this. This is one end, this is another end. So for example, at this node, the voltage will be Vx. You can measure this Vx with respect to this ground node. Similarly, here, this voltage at this node, the voltage is Vy. You can measure this voltage with respect to this ground. Then finally, the output, effective output voltage is nothing but Vx minus Vy. So see the signals, two signals at X and Y, both are opposite in phase. Opposite in phase. And moreover, both the magnitude is the same. Clear? So that is the differential operation. Okay. Yes. What is the advantage, benefits of the differential operation? First one is signal swing. You can get the full voltage swing. So I think in this you can study. Suppose in the single-ended operation, if our input voltage is suppose a sinusoidal signal like this. So this is the 1 volt and this is the minus 1 volt. What is the peak to peak value? Peak to peak is 2 volts. Okay. So effective voltage peak to peak value at the output, the swing is only 2 V0, 2 V or 2 volts. Suppose it's a V0, it's minus V0, it becomes a 2 V0. Whereas in the case of differential operation, it becomes 4 V0. Because two signals are there. Two signals are there. For example, if you take the, as I told you, this is my Vx value and this is my Vy value. So VCM is the common voltage, common mode voltage or DC voltage, you can say sometimes. But don't think always it's a DC. I am talking about the input voltage. At the input side, it is definitely DC voltage. Clear? Common mode voltage. So for example, at Vx, your voltage may be some signal, because this is a sinusoidal signal. This is the VCM. This is the VCM. VCM. Clear? So this VCM plus this variation. How can you measure this variation? Definitely. So your signal is a cos signal, varying with the voltage of V0, so that V0 cos omega t. Of course, whose signal is varying with respect to the frequency or time. This is at the node X. At the node Y, phase reverse, we can say is a minus V0 cos omega t. So as I told you, both are same in magnitude, but they are in opposite phase. What story actually in the last class we discussed, but once again we will discuss here also. Okay, what happened? Because of this one, so whenever your Vx output, V output, effective voltage V out is equal to Vy, then VCM gets cancelled. Then this is the remainder. Okay, so 2 V0 cos omega t is the, so this is the voltage swing, peak to peak voltage swing of the output, Vx minus Vy. Your output is Vx minus Vy in the differential operation. In the single operation, single-ended operation is not like that. Either Vx or Vy, whatever the node you call it, that is the node voltage. Okay, anyhow, so here my intention is, this is, I can say, this is 4 times V0. For example, if you consider the supply voltage is 1 volt, your differential mode voltage swing is 1.6 volt. Voltage swing means this is my input signal, okay, or this is the signal. Don't say it is the input or output. This is the signal. Swing is means this is the swing. Total swing is this much. This is the total swing. We need the total voltage swing. If the total swing, if you not get at the output, your signal may be clipped or clamped somewhere. So if you are not getting same output at the output, the same signal at the output, means some portion of the output may be gone. Some portion may be this portion or this portion may be gone. It means what? Your output signal is not exactly replica of your input signal. Which means what? Your input signal is distorted and presented as the output. What clipping means what? Some portion is disappeared. That means some signal you lost. Some amount of signal you lost. Okay, maybe it is a useful or may not be useful or it may be redundant signal. I don't know. But so when you call it as a what is it called? Yes, not your signal is distorted. Sorry, then the signal is distorted. Distorted means not only the shape, frequency may be changed. Of course, output, input signal should be fair, frequency should be same. I'm talking about frequency may be changed, phase may be changed, or amplitude may be changed, or shape may be changed. If anything, you can call it as a distorted. So we want to, whatever the shape of the signal, with what amount of the frequency applied, I will expect at the output. If not, distorted. Okay. So let's see high index to the environment noise. Environmental noise. So in the last class I told you about this concept. This is the signal. You are tracking the Vx here. So that means this is the active signal. Signal line. This is the clock line. This is generated clock. So because this clock line and the signal line very close to each other, what happened? Parasitic capacitor existed. With the knowledge of what? Capacitor formula, capacitor concept. So due to this capacitor, what happens? Whenever clock is changing from low to high or high to low, okay, see, low to high and high to low, low to high and high to low. So 4 cases. So you will get the overshoot in the signal. See, 4 cases. Got the point? Why this happen? Because of there is a sudden changes of clock from low to high and high to low. Sudden transitions. So whenever there is sudden transitions, for them the capacitor is acting as a closed path, closed circuit, closed element, short circuit. So due to that, what happens? Your signal is disturbed. So this is called the environmental noise. You can avoid this noise in the differential operation. So if you take the differential operation, if you arrange this differential operation like this, so this is the Vx, this is the Vy, 3 lines are there, 2 signal lines, of course, one is the clock line. Then what happens? These overshoots, because of this capacitor, the overshoot presents here and here and here and here, at the same time here and here. Both will be opposite, they are neglected, or they are cancel each other. Then you will get the pure signal line. Then, whenever you are talking about the Vx minus Vy. So that is another advantage of differential mode operation. So what is the advantage? So rejection of the environmental noise. So another one is common mode rejection noise. So here is this is supply. VDD is supply. VDD is the supply. Got my point? So because of VDD changes, VDD may be 5 volts. VDD may be the 5 volts. Because of some noise, I don't know what kind of noise it is. Your 5 volts DC value may be changed to 5.1, 4.9, like this. It's varying with the 5 volts, some up and some down. Okay, so definitely what kind of variations existing at the supply VDD. So because your output is nothing but in this circuit, output V naught is equal to what? VDD minus ID into RD. It is simple equation. So because the VDD is having some changes, sudden changes in the signal level, therefore the same corresponding changes will appear in the V out also, like this. This is another issue in the single-ended operation. When it comes to the differential operation, the same direction I can take, but Vx and Vy both I am taking, and finally my output is Vx minus Vy. At that time, whatever the shoots, these are the disturbances here and here, so both are opposite, so that they are cancelling each other, and we will get a same. So by that, in this way, your differential mode will what? Reject the common mode noise also, or you can say supply noise also. Okay. Yeah, this is one more arrangement about that one. So earlier I told you, so one clock line and 2 signal lines. You can change it as only 1 signal line and 2 clock lines. Then also you can your noise can be eliminated. This is another version of this signal, this circuit. Got another version of this circuit. You know? Yes. So another one is differential signaling is the increasing the maximum achievable voltage range. So generally our concept is what? You need to get the same output. Same output means input and output should be exact replica. I am talking about the shape. Here I am talking about the only shape. Okay. So if the shape is preserved and if it is having more amplitude means it is amplified. Got the point or not? Suppose this is your input. Okay. Suppose your output is like this. Your output is so looking like same shape, like this. The frequency not change, shape not change. Only the thing is phase not change, amplitude is changed. Amplitude is enhanced. Amplitude is increased. It means what? Amplification. It means amplification. So it means your circuit is perfectly amplified. It is clear. So differential signaling is the increasing in the maximum achievable voltage swing means voltage swing whatever the at the input side that will be doubled or 4 times in the differential mode. I told you if V0 is the peak value, then in the differential mode it is the output voltage swing is 4 V0. In the single-ended operation it is a 2 V0. So means the shape is same but amplitude is increasing means your circuit is working as a good amplifier. So you can use the differential amplifier as the amplifier, good amplifier, best amplifier. Okay, with the reasonable amplification factor. So maximum achievable voltage swing means it is amplification. Okay, this is single-ended, of course. This is a dual-ended. Okay. Yeah. So what is saying here is, for example, this is already in the last class I told you. Once again, I am repeating this one. Suppose if you take this output, what is this output value? VDD minus. Otherwise, we can say V out is equal to VDD minus. Here drop is what? VDS. VDS means what? VDS minus VTH. So this is this one. Suppose if you take the two same type of circuits like here and here, but only the phase reversal, inversion. What happens? This output is 1 VDD minus VGS minus VTH, and this output is another VDD minus VGS minus VTH. So that totally it becomes the 2 times this one. So your voltage swing is maximized. Okay. And so to generate, whenever you are adding these two or subtracting these two, okay, it is adding, you can say a lot like that, no problem. So whenever you are adding these two signals, How exactly is getting twice of that one is depends on these two factors. Here my concept of you, these two both are the same type of devices. Both are maybe CS, both are maybe CGs, both are maybe some source follower, and both are having the same GM, transconductance. In the transistors, we call it as a what is that one? Beta. Okay, so I don't know whether you remember or not, but these two transistors should be having the same GM value. Then the two are symmetrical. So whenever they are two are symmetrical, so these two currents they are that means dragging the current from the supply voltage VDD, both will be same. Okay, so that is the one of the advantage. So now I am going to the basic differential pair. Okay, how it is looking like this. Just we are seeing the basic concept. Now, how the differential pair means what? Two transistors, two circuits, two devices with loads, everything. What is the basic one I am talking about? So two identical single-ended signal paths to process the two phases. Okay, two different inputs, V in 1, V in 2, having some common mode values. So that is called the input signal. That's why I'm talking about the V in CM. V in CM. Similarly, you can talk about the V out CM also. What is the V in CM? Input signal common mode value. What is the V out CM? Output signal. What you got? What is the common mode value? Yes. Yeah, this is the basic circuit of differential pair. This is one branch, this is one more branch. Both the sources are grounded together. Okay, clear? So this is the one output node, this is one more output node. The difference of these two nodes is your output. Clear? So here, what I told you, these two circuits must be symmetrical. Clear? So now, from this I can say, for M1 gate and M2 gate, I am applying the V1 and V2, V in 1 and V in 2 signals with the same common mode value. With the same common mode. This may be in 1 may be so like this, and V in 2 may be so like this. Of course. Clear? Both are the same. So whenever both the devices are same, so the ID1 and this is ID2, both are same. If they are asymmetry, it means not symmetrical, you won't get this condition at any way, at any region of operation. Okay, clear? So, yes. Now, what happens if V in 1 and V in 2 experiences a large common mode disturbance or simply do not have the well-defined common mode disturbance? Suppose V in 1 and V in 2 experience a large common mode disturbance. Suppose if both are same or both are different, what kind of issues we'll get? We'll discuss here. So now, at the input CM level, changes. So, do the base bias currents of M1, M2 thus vary in both the transconductance of the devices of the and output CM level. I don't know how many of you are remembering the concept of multi-vibrator. So, which was you studied in the music. Multi-vibrator. So, what is the multi-vibrator? What is the multi-vibrator? Anybody? So generally the basic definition of the multi-vibrator is nothing but the back-to-back connection of the two active devices. Back-to-back connection of two active. So active device means what? Maybe op-amp, maybe transistor, maybe MOSFET. These are the active devices. They should be connected in the back to back. Back to back means what? One device output should be connected as input of the another device. But you call it as a cross coupling manner. Cross coupling. Got it? So how the multivibrator operation starts? Since in the multivibrator, two devices are there, the two devices must be having the same characteristics. Same characteristics. If you talk about the BJT, the two BJT transistors, two transistors should be having the same characteristics. Same characteristics. Same material, same batch product. Same. But practically it is impossible to fabricate two identical transistors. Understand what? Practically it is impossible to fabricate the two identical devices. So due to that, there is a small variation, slight variation, very minute variation between the characteristics between the two devices. As I told you in the BJT, what is the main characteristic? Beta value. In the MOSFET, current conduction, GM value. So whenever the GM value of the two devices are little bit change, different, so the operation between these two is the start of the operation between these two will be different. One will lead into the another one in the conduction. So that is very important. Otherwise, how can it will be settled down to the one state? Okay. So one time it is pulling, that is pushing, pulling, pushing. It continuous means no state, no stable state. So that what happens? So due to the small variation of a characteristic equation, characteristic means current constants value. So one is conducting fast. Suppose for example in this operation, if you conduct this one is conducting fast. Maybe conducting fast means more. Whenever it's conducting more, M2 is conducting more than the M1. What happens? Of course, this output value will be less compared to fellow. Yes, if more conduction means more current will drop. More current means more drop will be existing here. More drop means VDD minus more drop is equal to less output. Yes. So similarly here also, suppose I am talking about this conducting less means what happens? So less current will flow. Then what happens? Less drop will be here. So VDD minus less drop is equal to more V1, V output. Okay. So that is so this is a small, that means whenever two devices are conducting in the symmetrical manner means there is a small hidden concept is there that you should be remember. Here, the concept of changing the V1 value initially, both are not same, but because of this, for both the devices, you are showing the input signal, say, with the common mode value, but so they are behaving differently initially because of what? Difference between the GM value. That's why initially I told you about the major important factor in the MOSFET is GM. What GM signifies? The significance of GM value is what? How the device is sensitive to the input voltage. How the device is sensitive to the input voltage? So the device main concept is conversion of the input voltage here, conversion of the input voltage into the current. So even mild input also, it can be converted to current. The device is more sensitive. Here we want more sensitive device. Suppose example, I am not talking about the noise. Because they are more sensitive to the signal. What you are hearing at the gate of. Okay. So here. So the output are also differential and string around the output signal value V output. So definitely input is there one signal, output is also. I told you, you can amplify, you will get the same type of signal. So both the systems are having some common mode value. Both the systems are having some common mode value. So input signal DC value is nothing but the common input common mode value. Output signal is called the output common mode. Both are important for us. Okay. The bias current of M1 and M2 vary both the transconductance of the device and output. So whenever the CM value comes different. So whatever the respect to output value voltage are changed. How Vx will divide by values in the GM value. When GM is more, current is more. Current is more, drop is more. If drop is more, output voltage is more voltage is less. The variation of transconductance in current leads to a change in the small signal gain while output CM level comes to higher value lower the maximum voltage. The variation of CM leads to change in the small signal gain. Your voltage range formula is what? A is minus GM into RD for this circuit. Minus GM into RD. It's a small signal. It's not a large signal. Large signal, I told you, what? Your input signal may be valid from 0 to VDD or VDD to 0. That's for the large signal. Yeah. So, if you see this picture, so this is the one input signal. And we is varying. Both are having this dotted line, common mode. What? So for this, suppose your output signal is this is the output I am talking about. As I told you, definitely your output stays same as input. Until unless your circuit is operating in the triode region or linear mode of operation. So for this V in 1, this is your so V out. This is your okay. Similarly, for V in 2, this is your V out. Why is it? Because your CA combinator is what? Inverting operator. So this CA operator is the what? Inversion operator means what? Whatever the signal you are feeding at the base of the transistor, at the output you will get the 180 phase shift of the signal. Same thing is what? It's the inverter, which is polyinverter, but you don't compare the inverter with the disconnected inverter, the CMOS inverter. There it is with by 0 is variable, but it is by sinusoidal. So each and every input signal is shifted to the 180 phase shift at the output. That is the first one. So this is the input signal. So both the signals having the common mode value and the input V and CM. Here the output signals are base 2 and both are having the common mode and that is the V out. CM value. So I will go into the base. So this is the another so suppose so when compared to this two, this is somewhat low. So both are having some low common mode value. Both common mode value. Compared this. So otherwise you can see the difference. I can show you one difference. So for one understand that. Yeah, this is the this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, This is not signal. So tell about what is it? Yeah, that is the VCS. From 0 level to this may be a 2 volts, then VCS is the 2 volts. CFC, what is this? This is also input common mode value. But when compared to these two, this is low. Got it? So for this, your output may be like this. If you verify this output, what happens? Whenever the input common mode value is compared to less than the previous one. Previous output is this one. Now your output is here some portion of the signal at both the nodes. So this is fixed at the what? Fixed at the constant at the VDD value.
Malign add was.
Clear? So this may be happen. That is the important of the VCS. It's more. What happens? It's less. What is that? What happens? See here is a suppose it is a V2, but it's negative. Your M2 is down. For negative it is down. So similarly, this is a V1. It is also negative here. Okay. For negative half cycle of the input signal, it's M1 is down. Again M2 is down. Again M1 is down. Negative you are applying to the NMOS, NPET. So what happens is negative voltage is applied to the gate of NPET. Okay, anyhow. So now I would like to say something about this common mode. Okay. So for example, this is my signal. This is my signal. This is that. See, this is maybe the voltage V of t. Let us say. Yeah, this is my common mode value. Its value may be 1 volt. 1 volt. And so my one signal is this is one signal. V in 1 you can say. This is my V in 1. Okay. And V in 2 is so V in 2 is V in 2. So this may be 0.5. How much? 0.5. 0.5. Then what is the V in 1? What is the V in 1? V in 1. You can write. What is the formula? So VCM, V in CM plus. V in CM plus. What is the V in CM here? 1 volt. So 1 volt plus. What is the plus? V naught cos omega t. V naught cos omega t. What is the V naught here? 0.5. 0.5 cos omega t. Of course, 0.5 V voltage. What is the V into? I think 1 volt minus 0.5 volt cos omega t. Got it? Cos also no issue. Okay. So what is the VCM? VCM is equal to 1 volt. What is the VCM formula? V1 plus V2 by frequency formula. Okay? What? You know, in the Lekha, लिखा लिखा ना पेरू सब्जेक्ट के लिए लिखा मीडिया इंटीग्रेटेड लिखा आपने बताया okay so now that is it so v1 is for one time v1 is 1 volt so v2 is at the time 0 so by 2 is equal to 1 volt in the next case v1 is 0 and v2 is 1 volt so always is 1 volt like this way or you can write this one or you can take this one entirely okay you can enter then these two will be cancelled 1 plus 1 by 2 is how much 1 volt clear accept you take VDS differential mode value what is the differential mode value V1 minus V2 V1 minus V2 by 2 clear so that is equal to so V1 minus V2 what is the V1 so V1 minus means what understand so I think these two will be cancelled these two will be added then it becomes 1 v cos omega by 2 that is equal to 0.5 so cos omega so in the signal what is the VCM value what is the DM value V1 minus V2 so whenever V1 minus V2 these two will be cancelled this will be cancelled this becomes plus 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1 cos omega t 1 v cos omega t by 2 that is 0.5 what the point understand or not so if you want to draw now with this one we can get like that your VCM is 1 volt 60 this is the 1 volt 60 and your DM value how much your DM value so 0.5 cos omega t this is 0.5 this is your DM value so what is the V1 in terms of VCM and VDM? V1 is equal to VCM plus VDM. V2 is equal to VCM minus VDM. Sorry? Okay, now. Yes. Now, for example, this is my signal. This is my signal. V of t, VT. This is my VT. This is my VT. This is my VT. This is my VT. It may be 1 volt. Okay. V2 or V1, you can say this is V1. And this is my V2. This is my V2. Okay. Of course, this value is 0.5. 0.5 volt. Then what is the V2? What is the V2? 1 plus 0.5 cos omega t. What is the V1? Only 1 volt. Only 1. This is 1 volt. Okay. Then what is the VCM? VCM formula. V1 plus V2 by 2. So VCM. So V1 plus V2 by 2. How much will get? So 1, add this to 2 volts plus 0.5, is that correct? 0.5 cos by 2. Am I correct? Then what is your answer? 1 plus 0.25 cos omega t. So if you draw VCM value, okay, what is the VCM value? It starts 1 plus, means here is 1, for example, it starts from here. It starts from here. It starts from here, 1 volt. Plus 0.25 cos omega t, means this is the height is 0.25, sorry. This is the VCA. Okay, so what is the variance? Formula I'm talking about. V1 minus V2 by 2. How much will get? I think this one will cancel. Okay, then what will get? 0.25? 0.25? Cos omega. So 0.25 cos omega t. There is no DC value. So it will stop. VDS. This is 0. So this is the input one. This is the what input is that? These are the what? Common mode and differential mode. So the common mode value is not always a DC value. Here what is the common mode value? AC value. 0.1 plus 0.25 cos omega t. I hope you understand. So that the impact of this VCM is very important. It shows very big impact on the what? Voltage swing. Voltage swing. Clear? Okay. Is it clear? We will go for the next one. Okay. So the symmetry is very important. I told you. The symmetry means I should not explain more. Both the devices should be the same. The factor is impossible. Okay. So it means at a point of time, both the devices will drive the same current. Will drive the same current. Okay. So in the earlier case means this is what is this one? Basic differential circuit. Which is
Hello?
Both are the common source amplifier. Both the sources are
The screen కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
both. That is the same.
సార్
For what current is required?
స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
Usually in the battery, both should be long. Both should be, that is the same amount of current. It means the current is very important. Which are the
Sir?
current? You can say,
శ్రీనివాస్ సార్.
in the operation, the transfer or master switch operation.
శ్రీనివాస్ సార్ స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
Is it okay now?
ఓకే సార్.
Hello? Hello? Is it okay now?
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
We like that question. Okay. So, symmetrical. The main issue of the circuit is bias current. So, how can I work on the system? Yes, my concern I am asking about the two branches should be connected to get the symmetrical. But here, because of the concept, so both the concepts are having the different GM value, not 100%. Due to that, there is a biasing, so that I can change, I can modify this to bring the symmetry. Very simple. Both the concepts right in there, where I keep a current constant. You know how to keep the current. Yeah, that is it. So here now this IF is the constant. So this current plus this current is the what? I can say IF is equal to I1 plus I2 or I1 plus I2. No problem. You can so both the I am trying to match both the branches. I am trying to match both the branches. Suppose the resistance is more than this one, definitely current is always like the low resistance path. No doubt at all. Whenever you have a two path, whenever you have a parallel path, current always choose the low resistance path. So that I am trying to match both the branches. What happened? Earlier I showed one picture. So two pictures I showed. In one first picture, there are four pictures. A, B, C. Input are A and C. Output are B and C. So in the first A picture, of course, you have common one value much more. Then you get the output to a separately without losing of any signal. So whenever if you go to the picture C, what happens? Common mode value is reduced. Then what happened at the output? You got the clipped output. Clipping signal you got at the output. Some part of the signal has been clipped. So that is the question. That is the reason. What is that one? If the input CM level is excessively low, the minimum value of BN1 and BN2 may impact turn of both the devices. Thereby, some amount of the signal, input signal, is clipped and present at the output. So that is the your VCM or common mode value should be in such a way that it should be keep the transistors in the on position, turn on position. So thus it is important that the bias current of the two devices have minimum dependence on the input CM level. So your bias current, I told you, okay, the bias current should be having less dependency on the CM value, less dependency. So in the earlier circuit, it has more dependency. So because of this, if you have sensor like this, what happens? So it becomes independent of the bias currents are independent because only a fixed amount of current is applied. So this is enough to turn on both the devices. No, it is not waiting about the common mode value. Earlier, it depends on the common mode value. So on or off. But because you already kept a current source, constant current source, that current source will take care, will always show the current amount of this amount of current. That will take the on and off of the. So that's why by adding up the current source, the earlier circuit modified like this, and now your circuit transistor switch on is not depending on the common mode. Modification can be done by this. One is the ID1, one was the ID2. Then what? Total ISS is equal to ID1 plus ID2. Yes, VN1 and VN2 both are equal exactly. This voltage and this voltage are equal. Then of course, this band carries the current off, and this band carries the current off. Both are off of this current. This is one off, with one more off. Total add here and becomes one. Then you can find the Vout1 and Vout2 both are same. This one is VDD minus drop. What is the drop across this one? Half of this ISS current into RD1. Here also Vout is VDD minus drop across this one. What is the drop across RD2? RD2 into half of this current. So in the last study, let's take the channel information for it. Initially, we always start with the simple one. Then we will go for the adding of this effect. Then we will see what is the modification of the equation. That is the beginner. We will be doing the same process. So we also do the same. Okay. So let's start the class. If you have any more, please graduate. Please.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, no. Sir. Sir, mid next week, na sir?
That's the schedule.
Okay, sir.